Good morning. Today I wanted to bring you along kind of, I guess, my morning routine and also tell you about how I've changed after moving to Bali almost 5 years ago. I'm just having coffee and 1 egg with some herb salt because after this we're gonna go to the gym. I've actually been going to the gym. It opened 10 days ago again. It hasn't been open during Corona, and I've been going the past 10 days. I missed 1 day when I was sick. Other than that, I've been to the gym every day and I am loving it. And speaking of feeling good, hydrate. Things that changed me after moving to Bali, or things that I have changed, or things I've changed my mind about. I'm gonna tell you 5 things. One of the first thing is that I have become a homebody. This is a big difference from before. And it might also be that during these past 5 years in Bali, I've gone from being 26 to last week turning 31. Last year, on my 30th birthday, I did a big video about how I ended up in Bali. So I will link that down below if you want to see it. But yeah, of course, like going from 26 to 31, I guess a lot of changes are coming from that also, getting older. But becoming a homebody is a big difference for me because I used to always want to travel. When I came back from like a long travel, I always were restless to be able to travel again. I was never quite like happy where I was. I wasn't unhappy, but I wasn't like super happy. I always wanted to like go somewhere new. Now I feel very like good here. I think it's gonna get even worse when we move to our new villa because that's gonna be super nice. I don't feel the need to meet people so much, honestly. I'm very happy here with like Tom, with the dogs, with myself. Now I'm gonna have breakfast and then let's go to the gym. Okay, so while I'm doing a little bit of a warm-up, I will tell you about the second thing, that is independence. And I'm gonna try to explain this in like a good way. I think coming from Sweden, being independent is something very natural. Like we live in a very independent society. I think we have a focus more on the individual person, which I think is good in like a way for individuals to be able to grow and like be independent, of course. But I have to say that I really do appreciate the culture here. And I mean, the topic in general is much bigger than this and way more complex than this. But I just have to say, after moving here, I really appreciate like the closeness in the community. I do really like that. I think in Sweden we can be a bit lonely sometimes, and I do really like it here, how close the community is and how close the family is and how much you take care of each other and support each other. And that's something I haven't really thought about in the same way before. Let's do some workout. Okay, so my next thing that I changed my mind about after moving to Bali is having biological children. Now, of course, I want to have biological children. Just look at him. No, but really, I think it's also maybe a like age thing. But when I was younger, I was very open to like adopting. I didn't think I necessarily wanted to have biological children. I'm not against adopting if for some reason we wouldn't be able to have biological children. I think maybe meeting Tom, I think, comment down below if you also experience this feeling, but meeting someone and having the feeling like this person I would like to have children with, like I would like to have our children. And you know when people say when they're younger that like they doesn't want to have children, and other people comment to them that, oh, just wait until you meet the right person, or wait until you get older, time is gonna change that. And I know you're not supposed to say that, and I know you're not supposed to like pressure someone that they will change their mind, that they want to have children, and I'm not saying you should do that, but I do really understand that thought, that for some people when you meet someone that you fall in love with and the feeling you can get that you really want to have children with that person. So yeah, that's one thing that changed after I came to Bali, but maybe probably more when I met Tom. Now I'm done with the workout at the gym and I'm gonna go to the pool, so let's go. Another thing I changed my mind about after living in Bali for 5 years now is bargain. From like backpacking when I was younger, and of course you're traveling on like a specific budget that you're trying to stick to. Just this thing that in these type of places where the prices usually are very cheap compared to Western countries. Just the idea of always trying to get the price lower and lower and lower, and especially now during Corona when the prices actually have been very, very low compared to normal. It's just been an eye-opener living here for a longer time, like see more from the everyday life. I just have a really bad feeling about like bargain. And I mean, of course, sometimes it makes sense to like try to get a better price or something, you know, but just the overall idea of always trying to push the prices down. I hope I explained this in a good way. Living in Bali definitely have given me a better understanding in a different way. Like something I guess I knew before, but seeing it more clearly now, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna eat a second breakfast, and then I'm gonna tell you the last thing. Let's go. Second breakfast after gym, just a salad with some leftover salmon and egg. That's it. So now I'm gonna tell you about the last thing for this video. Comment down below if you want to hear more things, more ways I have changed after moving to Bali. But the last thing is routines, and this might also be like an age thing, but it did happen like when I moved to Bali. So it might also be Bali. Actually, it might be the slower life pace that I have here in Bali compared to what I had in Sweden. I really started to appreciate having some routines in a different way than before. I've always been like good at structure, especially when it comes to work, but in my personal life I haven't really had good routines necessarily. Like today I have some routines that I never don't do. Like I never miss it. Like I never miss making my bed, for example. I never miss washing my face in the morning. Those small things in just my everyday routine, I have started to appreciate them so much. I used to be more aware of like having a good routine throughout the day. Comment down below if you also experience similar changes, maybe with age, and comment down below if you want to see a second video with this topic. See you next time.